The first feature you'll add to your app is Authentication. Firebase Authentication provides several services you can use to implement authentication in your apps, including authentication through a username and password, or third-party providers like Google, Facebook, Microsoft, and others. What this means is that you'll have Firebase deal with all the details of registering a new user, authenticating them, and sending a lost password. In our app, we'll use authentication with a username or email and password, and we'll allow our users to register and sign in. The first step is enabling authentication in the Firebase project. So, get back to the Firebase console, and in your project's overview page, click Authentication on the left menu. Then, in the Authentication page, click on the Get Started button. Here, you can specify the sign-in provider or providers you want to enable. Click on Email and Password, and then enable the email and password login, and press the Save button. Now that authentication is enabled in the Firebase project, we also need to configure our app to use it. So, get back to the Flutter project, and from the terminal, type flutter pub add Firebase_auth. Quite predictably, this will add the Firebase Auth plugin to your project. So this is the pattern. Every time you want to use Firebase in your apps, you must add the Firebase Core plugin. And this is a prerequisite for all the Firebase services you want to use. Then, for each service you use, you need to add the relevant FlutterFire plugin, in this case Firebase Auth, that deals with authentication. At the page you see on the screen, you can have a look at all the FlutterFire plugins currently available. There's also another package we should add before moving on. It's the FlutterFire UI plugin. FlutterFire UI contains a set of widgets that help you create your user interface that integrates with Firebase. In our app, this means that we will add a login, sign up, and forgot passwords screen with almost no code. So, let's install the FlutterFire UI package by running flutter pub add FlutterFire_UI. Now, before moving on, let's run the app on an Android device. And well, as you can see, we have an error there. Note that the error message is telling us that we need a higher Android SDK version. This may change soon, and if your app is running fine, you need to do nothing. But in case it doesn't, in the Android folder, open the Android local properties file, and here just add flutter.min_SDK version =21. Now, in the app folder, open the build.gradle file and search min_SDK. In the min_SDK version key, set local properties get property Flutter min_SDK version to integer. Let's check if everything's fine by running the app again. And everything should work fine. Okay, let's add the authentication screens next.